Hello everybody, Fuzzfinger here, welcome back to Cities of Tomorrow. And I have just knocked the volume up a little bit so that hopefully you can hear the sounds of our bustling cities. Since it was a little bit quiet over the past few episodes, hopefully it's not gone too much in the opposite direction now that you can still hear me talk. But we left off previously having just built our maglev system, if you remember us doing that. And our city was upgrading nicely. Our profits are increasing, even though a lot of our buildings shut down temporarily while they were upgrading. And we've just started building a second mega tower, and we'll soon be looking at opening up a third city in the region, a casino slash culture slash tourism type city. But before we do that, I was actually going to add to this mega tower, but I'm not going to be honest. That was weird. The residential demand was right down, now it's gone right up again. What I'll do is I'm going to add a tech level to this. Even though we've got no high wealth workers, if we had a low tech we shouldn't need many of them anyway, and that should just help to fulfill some of this demand without us having to stick a whole load of industrial zoning in. Industrial Goo Incorporated is closed because they need workers. Well, that's not very pleasant. Hopefully they'll not have too much trouble finding those workers. I know we have a lot of residential demand here. Our maglev, I think it has helped with the traffic, albeit not completely. We're getting 2,000 riders per day, so it is operating. If not at peak efficiency, it is operating. And our office tech should bring in some more money. Just wait for that to open, and then I think we'll start our third city. There we go, look. We need more workers to make a profit. Well, hang on a sec, you've only just opened, give it a chance. If we go back to a region view, where would be a good place to start a tourism city? To be honest, there's not actually a connection here to these other two cities that we've created. So maybe a tourism city wouldn't be the most ideal. I mean, we could put a boat in, a ferry terminal. Should we see how much that would be? And if we could fit it in here. That's the only way we're going to really connect those two cities together. We could maybe have space to do so here. If we go to mass transit, boats, travel by passenger ferry, improved by adding cruise ship docks or additional passenger ferry docks. But does it fit anywhere? Yes, actually it does. It does fit. The only downside is I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of room for it to upgrade. We'll see how we get on, shall we? We're going to have to connect it up to the road. Obviously, that goes without saying. Are we using our straight roads? Maybe we should try curvature road. There you go, look, you can do it. And we'll connect this nicely to the junction there. At least that was the plan. There we go, look. People can access our ferries, which won't be doing much for us at the minute, but what it will do eventually is bring people to our tourism city. I've never actually built a ferry terminal before, so I just want to check what it is we can do. Well, I guess a ferry terminal sign is always useful. We could add a cruise ship dock. That would possibly be useful for our tourism city. Maybe we'll add that in there. I think for now we'll leave that. Can we add anything? Is there a beach at Paniola Point? I couldn't quite see from that angle. I guess we'll check before we move on. Yes, there is. But is there going to be enough room for a ferry terminal? I don't see why not. If we're going to have enough money. We haven't got a lot of money here. What's not been approved? Park and ride and bus stop. So if you haven't got a bus depot here. But in all honesty, there's not a lot of traffic. I think this city was perhaps much well designed. There's only about 50,000 less residents than there is in our other city, but a heck of a lot less traffic. Right, where do you want to go? Should we say about there? That looks good, doesn't it? and we shall connect the roads. Go for a nice curvature. Oh, come on, you can get past the academy. You can do it, surely. Nope. Well, actually, that's really annoying. Either we're going to have to not connect this part of the road, or delete the whole ferry terminal. And I'm not prepared to do the latter. So we're just going to have to do the former. There we go. I wonder. Building a bridge isn't going to help either, is it? Maybe a tunnel? Nah, it's just not going to work. Okay then. We'll get this hired and opened, because it probably won't happen if we leave this city. Before we do that, I just want to see how our research is coming along at the academy. 15%. Ah, it's not full now. Why is that? Which means we're not producing the maximum amount of control net that we could be producing. That's interesting to know. We might have to keep an eye on that, to be honest. Will you please stop going slow without me telling you to? There we go, we open now, yeah? Right, that's all good. Okay, now that is done, we're going to start our new casino city. And I think we are going to go for South Wackia. So we'll claim that. And we're not going to do a whole lot of zoning. We'll probably go for a fair bit of residential, I guess. Maybe. Well, we are going to do a fair bit of zoning, but not tremendous amounts. Just let me very quickly see which way the wind is blowing over these parts. Right, the wind's blowing over this way. Okay, so that's probably where our industrial is eventually going to go that we decide to build. For now, I do want to get rid of this. I like to try and go for my own designs, if at all possible. Probably go for the casino-y, touristy part up here along the coastline. It's going to cost us a bit of money, but let's see if we can find the centre of this city. There we go. Just delete those. And now we can work out from there. Actually, I think it's going to give us a pretty annoying design to do that, you know. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be too impressed with trying to go for the centre. I mean, maybe we could. Maybe we could. Build some residential around, and then have the tourism on the outside. Let's give it a shot, shall we? If we go for a square, and we'll start with low density. That's not too centralised. That's better. We'll go for some oval shapes on the outside. To about there. It's not exact science, but it's not too bad. And we can delete that stuff in the middle now. And for the time being, I think we'll just go for a dirt road. Obviously, very temporary. That's supposed to be a curved road, but not to worry. We'll get that all fixed up and looking pretty in the future, the very near future. Since we spent money doing our initial road system, I'm going to make sure we buy power rather than slapping down a power station. We'll go for some residential on the outsides of that design first of all. And if we go to region view, power, where can we buy power from? Nowhere. Which means we are going to have to build a power station. I guess that means we can't buy water, use sewage treatments, and it all makes sense because it doesn't come through the water, does it? There's no road connections. Oh well. We'll just have to manage with what we've got. So in that case, we are going to build a dirt path. No, I don't want a curved one. Over here. I think we'll start from about here actually. So we've got room to expand later. And we'll stick down our power station. Do you want to go for coal or should we go for oil? Or should we just start with wind? Yeah, we'll start with wind. It's not a lot of wind here, but there should be enough to power the city. At least to begin with. Plenty of water. Looks like our water's going to have to go over here eventually, so may as well get it over there now to begin with. Hey, where's the water table gone, please? I would like that to be straight if we can. There we go. Put that down there. That should give us plenty of water. Again, all these dirt tracks are completely temporary, so I know they look ugly and they're not like giving us a pretty city design. They will be replaced eventually, especially when we've got a lot of tourists coming and we need things looking good. So we'll speed this up. Once these residents start moving in, we should get a little bit of commercial demand, although we might not see a profit until that commercial is in place. Well, you've got power. Oh, it's hiring, that's why. If you speed up. It's all connected, isn't it? Yeah, we're just waiting for people to go over there, to be honest. There we go, powering city, that's what I like to see. And we're just about going to be moving into a profit, I think. We could possibly start with upping up our taxes. We'll go for 12% on low wealth. We'll go for 10%, no, 11% on medium wealth. And then just 10% on the high wealth. Let's just check our demands. We've only got regional demand, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to want a little bit of commercial. So we'll put that in there. And maybe a touch of industrial, but not a lot in all honesty. 2 or 3 factories should be sufficient. Just to start bringing in that money. We're on 20,000 simoleons at the moment, and I would like to get that increased if we could. There's no need to connect the highway here just yet because traffic is not a problem. And our houses are filling up anyway. So it would just cost money on building that road. Not a lot of money, I understand, but we want to try and save our pennies if we can. Right, I think we're going to finish the episode here now. We started this brand new bustling city. Not quite bustling just yet, but it will be, don't worry. Please join me next time as we continue on with more SimCity. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And thank you for joining me today. I've been your host, Fuzzfinger. See you next time. Bye for now.